suspected gunman in the deadly shooting on the Las Vegas Strip made his first court appearance this morning. The Clark County coroner also identifying the victims. Here's a pic of them: 44-year-old Rodney Finley and 43-year-old Tanisha Finley. Our Andrew Nomura joins us now from the downtown Las Vegas area with more on what he's learned about this case, along with reaction from several YouTubers who showed up in court today. Andrew?
Yeah, that's correct, LaToya. At least 3 YouTubers were present when 41-year-old Manuel Ruiz made his first court appearance. They also shared insights as to their reasons why this beef turned deadly.
Good morning, Mr. Ruiz. You were arrested for 2 counts of open murder and use of a deadly weapon.
41-year-old Manuel Ruiz makes his first court appearance Tuesday, 2 days after he allegedly shot and killed 2 people along the Las Vegas Strip near the Bellagio fountains. The Clark County coroner officially identifying them as 43 and 44-year-old Tanisha and Rodney Finley.
I thought it was just all for YouTube content. I didn't think he was going to actually shoot him and shoot his wife and kill them. I didn't think it was going to go that far.
This apparent YouTube beef turned tragedy, getting the attention of other creators like Marquise Wiley, who showed up to court in support of the victims. He says the bad blood started brewing more than a year ago.
It was all about who was the biggest Las Vegas YouTube content creator. And they was in competition. And when you watch YouTube, you see different creators competing for viewers. That's what I thought it was about. I didn't think it was going to end in violence.
A judge ordering Ruiz to be held without bail. Wiley says this incident is not a representation of all influencers.
It make all YouTubers look bad right now. Because people think that we are violent and stuff like that. I have the Wiley show. I'm not violent. What Ruiz did was unethical, it was stupid, and he deserved to be in prison.
Well, Ruiz is slated to be back in court this Thursday to be arraigned on open murder charges. For now, live here in Las Vegas, I'm Andrew Nomura, News 3.
What is up, YouTube world? It's Crime Time Podcast. Tapping back in, and shout out to Soul Jenkins. I believe I got your name correct. Thank you for tuning in. Everyone, hit the like, subscribe, all that. Stay tapped in. But as always, more importantly, chime in. Let's talk. If I forgot something, fill me in. You know, I want to hear your thoughts, take, opinion. You know, we just engaged, chop it up, speak on these different topics. You know what I mean? It's a crazy world we're living in these days. That's a fact, Jack. But I've been running around a bit busy, and I happened to see, as I heard someone earlier talking about this, and I thought they were just misinformed, but I've been busy. Like I said, they were like, yo, dude turned himself in, and I was really shocked that he was able to even flee the scene. And then we were hearing the reports of people deleting content off that channel to then the channel just flat out vanishing. And it's not, it don't work like that. That can be tapped into them archives. Like, we know this, you know what I mean? And like, let's be honest, dude, this self-defense claim, that ish ain't going nowhere. And shout out to that guy too, the Wiley report. Tap in, anyone, if you're aware of this dude's platform or whatever. I like that he took the time to show up and give some insight on the whole thing. It's really what it all comes down to. Who's the biggest YouTube content creator in Vegas? And like I was saying in a video before, it's all foolish. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. I'm just trying to keep it real, like this dude was, right? It's stupid. And neither of these channels, I didn't know of them. And again, there's no disrespect to them. It's just putting everything in perspective, how silly it all was and stupid it all is. And at the end of the day, we got a husband and wife slain right on the Vegas Strip. We got this guy deleting his channel, running off, you know what I mean? Like I was stating in another video, they had reports that people that were coming out of the World Series of Poker were getting stopped. Police, hey, are you being held against your will? Are you safe? They feared that this man, possibly being that he was strapped and just shot 2 people down on a live stream, could have held someone up, hemmed them up at gunpoint, and drive up out of here like everything's cool, or that's your arse, but there it is. He turned himself in from my understanding. Let me know if I'm wrong. That's what I was saying in the beginning as well, guys. I don't claim to be any expert. You know what I mean? We just come on here and talk on these topics. That's just what this all is about, man. You know, like in a situation like this, we could have looked at something and said, man, how dumb is this? How silly is this? And again, I feel fucked up saying that. Like I'm not trying to speak ill of the dead. It's just anyone can do it. It can happen to anyone. You can get caught up in the hype, caught up in things. I mean, how many times throughout your life, y'all, like for real, again, join the discussion. Have you been engaged in something where you're like, man, I was acting so foolish, so silly. I wish I could have that one back. And as we get older, you're like, you got to step up, man. You got to cut the fluckery. I mean, dude that got turned himself in, 41 years old, Manuel Rivera. And I believe they said the husband and wife were 43 and 44. Like, yo, way too old to be acting like this. And then, like you said, it's not like these cats were raking in crazy money or whatever. So the Wiley report guy that was there, he was like, keeping it real. This was dumb. This ain't what it's about. And it sounds like he, you know, was looking at it like probably a lot of other people, man. This is for the content, the competition. And I always hated that in a lot of content spaces. This is what a lot of people like to see, like totally unrelated, but just mentioning a platform that's not really in this sector. It's more in hip hop, but they've transitioned into covering a lot of stuff in the streets and gang culture. We're talking about No Jumper. Everyone knows Jumper, and they're involved in the PORN world. They're like, it's all drama and negativity for the most part. And the platform didn't start out like that. And I feel like that's just so lame Jane-ish that like, don't get me wrong, everyone like likes to laugh and stuff like that and everything, but when it gets just to being buffoonery, it's like, come on, man, we're all too old for this. And it's no way to influence the youth, because a lot of individuals think truly that this is how you get on in YouTube. And don't get me wrong, in a sense, this is how a lot of people have got on. You know, beefing and going back and forth and dissing each other. And like I was pointing out in another video, man, these individuals were striking each other's channels. And then dude fought it back with the fair use appeals, which is true. That's a fact. Fair use is a real thing. A lot of people want to strike other people's stuff, but then get mad if someone strikes theirs. And I'm not saying that's what the Finney dude was doing. I'm saying this Manny guy, like he just like didn't know how to deal with it other than trying to strike the channel. And you know, again, the Wiley report. Someone, if you got the link to his channel, if you're aware of him, leave it below. You know, I like what he had to say there. He just kept it all the way real. Like, yo, I was thinking, he's like, I was thinking, you know, this is competition. He didn't say it, but it almost felt like he was wondering if maybe these two had spoke behind the scenes, because that does happen with content creators at times too, where maybe it was all just for content, or maybe at first it wasn't and they were beefing, and then they decided at some point in time to bury the hatchet but try to capitalize off it all. But at the end of the day, this resulted in death. And right now, I'm calling it right now, and I feel like everyone can second this motion. This self-defense claim ain't gonna work. This man, 41 years old, looking stupid. Like, let's continue to keep it real, and let's, you know, learn from this. You know what I mean? Like, on whatever scale, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everyone's going to be involved in some content wars or something, but just anything that happens in life, just really think about how foolish and silly things are, because we can all get caught up in it with our emotions and stuff like that. And, you know, like, life is what it is. It's crazy. Ever since this post-sickness lockdown, a lot of people never got back fully in the swing of things. It's wild, man, but this ain't it. And again, this self-defense claim ain't it. That ain't gonna work, Manny. You fucked up. And, you know, the content's all out there, two of you riding around talking about, this my city. This my city, Holmes. You know, where's my invite? Like, it's all bad, man. Like, self-defense, yo, it's right on Livestream. Like, when it comes to this stuff, we got to talk about, like, you know, this is semantics and legality and everything, alleged and, you know, keywords like that. But say it however you want it. they got this dude dead to rights, and this self-defense claim is a flat-out joke. It is. It ain't gonna work. I could go on 5 more minutes about all that, man. But there you have it. There's the update. Sin City Manny, apparently, I think, turned himself in. I'm not 100% on that, but I believe that is what the deal is. Apologies, y'all. And no bail. I don't think this dude will ever see the light of day as a free man again. I really don't. So sub up to the channel. Let's talk again. Thank you. I apologize. Your name slipping my mind at the moment. Who put me up on game? But you see the comments and everything else popping up on the screen. Let's talk about it all. And everyone, keep your cool composure and just think about the reality of things, because the reality of this is these individuals got caught up in a reality that wasn't real. It wasn't about ish. Like I said before, they were fighting for some title that didn't exist. Like, you would have thought they were making $100K a month the way these cats were going at it, and it's just not what it was. So thanks for tuning in. Crime Time Podcast up out of here. Much love, guys. Stay safe, stay focused, live, learn, love, laugh, all that good ish. I'm gone. Peace.